pivoting and running towards the fear. What if I gave you a permission slip that said, your job is to feel good? And what if I told you that the better you feel, the bigger impact you can make in the world? And in fact, that is the magical parenting strategy that we've all been searching for. Hey, I'm Heather Chauvin, wife, mother of 3 boys, former social worker, breadwinner, recovering hustler, and stage 4 cancer survivor. Beyond all of these titles and labels, I'm a human being just like you, attempting to navigate it all while feeling good. My goal on this show is to show you that you can live an energized, sustainable life both at home and at work. My attempt is to keep it real with stories, interviews, and random thoughts. This is not a business or career podcast, and it's not a parenting podcast. It's both and so much more. You will laugh, you will cry, and you may even get a little frustrated with the truth you've been hiding from yourself. I believe all human behavior is a language, whether it's through your children, your health, or your relationships. And when you learn to listen instead of react, we begin to understand what it truly means to feel alive and in control. It's time to ditch self-sacrifice and step into your brave zone. Okay, ladies, I am back, and today is Thursday. When this recording is going out, it is on a Thursday. And I'm trying something new. I'm always pivoting. I'm always thinking. I'm always asking for feedback. And yeah, I don't always stick to my plan, but we will see if it works. So if I actually stick to my plan, my intention is to share with you on Tuesdays a personal podcast. And this is related to everything that I teach in my mastery coaching program. So on Tuesdays, you're going to hear things like parenting, mental health, emotional health, time, energy, all of that stuff. And then on Thursdays, my intention is to deliver a business-focused podcast for you. Because now I have 2 coaching programs. Well, I actually have 3. But I have 2 main coaching programs. I have my Mastery and my Mastery Business. And these are intensive 8 to 12 month coaching programs. And you can check them out, heatherchauvin.com/mastery. heatherchauvin.com/mastery. And you can find information on both of those programs there. And the applications for those will be open throughout the year. So today I am talking, oh my gosh. Today I'm talking about pivoting and running towards your fear. So on Tuesday, I talked about how to truly understand and hold your power and how you want to feel. And how not to let other people's energies affect yours, or at least, try to rebound from it rather quickly with practice, of course. And I gave this the visualization of people, throwing their garbage on your plate. And it was how you managed that plate. Did you walk up to the person and say, hey, this is actually your shit. Like, this is your food. Here you go. You can have your shitty energy back. A lot of times I find that people don't understand how to manage their energy, so they just fall victim to what is kind of happening around them. And this year, there's been a lot that's happened around us. And for some, it has been extremely tragic. Extremely. It has been like a rug being pulled from under your feet. You can barely catch your breath. And for others, it has been a light tap across the face. Whatever wherever you are, understand that there is strength in our resiliency. And for some, it has been an endless battle. So my hope is to always be of service to you. And I will tell you this right now, that at the beginning of 2020, when all of this happened in my business, in my life, in the world, community, things like that, I had a deja vu of what I felt like when I was going through chemo. And this was 7 years ago when I went through chemo and I was building my business. And when I was building my business at that time, it wasn't a sustainable business. Financially, it wasn't sustainable. I was living paycheck to paycheck. It was an expensive hobby for me. I was a stereotypical female business owner, giving, and not receiving, and had not yet fully stepped into my confidence as a coach, but also in my confidence to charge my worth and to also charge enough so that I could have a profitable business, but also a really, really healthy community and not burn out. And I can surround myself with an amazing team and really help my clients feel supported. And what I often find is in these times, cracks are revealed in business models because some businesses will fail when they need to pivot. It's just inevitable. And some businesses can become wildly creative and innovative and succeed beyond their wildest dreams. And this also goes without saying that this makes people reevaluate their money mindset. Because the average millionaire has, I have no idea how many streams of income, but multiple streams of income. Because there is a saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Because if you are living paycheck to paycheck and there's no diversifying your money, whether it's in one business that you own or multiple businesses that you own, or you have no investments, no assets, nothing where you can pull from, when things like this happen and the market crashes or your business, you have to close the doors, you literally have nothing to pull from. And so if you have to close the doors on something and you have a stream of healthy income somewhere else, you're okay. You can still put food on the table. So from a business perspective, I am thinking of healthy cash flow. In my business, knowing that I was literally coaching people, and some of you might be listening, coaching people from my hospital bed, and they knew it, from my hospital bed while chemo was being injected into my body, I was getting on coaching calls and still coaching parents and helping them feel in alignment with how they wanted to feel. And I will tell you, I love the work that I do so much that I actually felt more alive after I did that. But I remember coming out of that crash. I remember coming out of treatment and looking in the mirror and saying, I will never fucking do this again. First of all, if you are a business owner, you need critical illness insurance. If you do not have critical illness insurance as a human being, go get it right now. That is probably, that is some free ass value that I just gave you that can change your life. I did not have critical illness insurance. If I would have had, I have it now. But if I would have had critical illness insurance, getting diagnosed, I would have gotten a check and I would have been able to heal instead of having to hustle to feed my family while I was in treatment. And I know not everybody does that. Not everybody has that opportunity. Go fucking get critical illness insurance. I'm telling you right now. Financial advisor, people who sell you life insurance, ask those people. You need critical illness insurance. All right. Anyways. Okay. Pivoting. If your business has fallen flat, if you've been screwed this year, you had to close the doors, there's a lot of fear coming up for you. I'm telling you right now, these times of pressure reveal the cracks. These times of pressure reveal the cracks. I'm going to tell you a story of two women that I have met this past year. This one woman actually worked with me, and we worked together during COVID, during this year. And when her doors closed for the first time, she said, Heather, what am I going to do? I run a traditional brick and mortar service-based business. My income is literally being taken away from me, and I am the breadwinner. What am I going to do? And I said, you're going to put your big girl pants on, and we're going to fucking figure this out. And she did. She showed up. And what I noticed, because now her business is veering almost the second lockdown, her mindset has changed completely. Completely. Her business model was broken. She wouldn't stop and fix it. She had to wait for a lockdown to fix her business model because she wouldn't do it when it wasn't locked down. She had to wait until it was just completely, utterly in shambles. And while it was locked down, she decided to completely reinvent her business model, to put her big girl pants on, to show up as the leader that her employees needed. And she said, you know what? I'm done being scared of something that I shouldn't be afraid of. This virus is here. We will follow guidelines, but I do not need to live in fear. And she figured out how to manage her mindset, how to manage her emotion, how to manage her energy. And because she became that energy, do you want to know what happened? Her brick and mortar, service-based, hands-on business has made more profit to date in 2020 than this time last year. And she was closed for 3 months. 3 months. Now, another woman who I have not had the pleasure of working with, I had a quick conversation with her, and everything was fear-based and anxiety-driven. And I had an opportunity to walk into her brick and mortar. And it was gorgeous, it was beautiful, amazing products. But I could feel the energy, and it turned me off. It turned me off. Not only that, you could feel the anxiety and the fear bleeding into her social media presence and lack of. And so when she was headed into a second lockdown, her fear heightened and she became angry and snappy and pushed everybody away. And she closed. Not because she couldn't pay her bills, but because she couldn't handle the pressure. Now, this does not mean you're weak, but what I'm here to tell you is this is what you sign up for when you own a business. Owning a business is like having children. Unpredictable, uncertain, no guarantees. You are constantly refining, constantly on your toes, constantly pivoting. And the second you think you've mastered something, it changes. It changes with the wind. It changes with every developmental stage. And the only secret that I have discovered, because regardless if you own an online business or whatever, a product-based business, like I've been at this for a decade, and I will tell you, the only secret that I may have that other people are like, what is it? What's that thing? Is working on your emotional resiliency. Working on your emotional resiliency. The cracks will be revealed under pressure. And so when shit hits the fan, do you run towards it or away from it? Because I'm telling you right now, every person that I look up to, people that inspire me when shit hits the fan, when a lockdown is coming, when another wave is coming, when my kids are looking at me saying, Mom, all of my friends are scared. What should I do? And I say, honey, why are you scared? Well, what if? Is it true? Do you have any evidence that you are in harm? Any evidence at all? Are you safe right now? Yes? Okay. Then be present. Be here. Business is personal growth on steroids. Parenting, personal growth on steroids. Relationships, personal growth on steroids. When you are a business owner, you better run towards what you are resisting. If you are resisting looking at your money, it is time to look at it. If you are resisting showing your face on social media, it is now time to do it. If you are resisting reaching out to other business owners to collaborate, to offer support, to meet new people, to build relationships and connections from an authentic place, now is the time to do that. If you were resisting starting a product or creating a product, starting a new service, pivoting, now is the time to do that. The quicker you run towards the fear, the quicker you run towards what you're resisting, the quicker you look at your guilt and say, you don't fucking scare me, you will see success. I'm telling you, every single time people are like, Heather, I'm so scared. Oh my gosh. Da, 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 da. I said, first of all, you're overwhelmed. You're looping in your mind. Stop. Take a deep inhale and exhale. What is working? What has worked in the past? What are you really good at? What are you good at? If you could have a magic wand and your business could look like anything, what would it do? What would it be? What would it look like? Are you resisting that? Lean into it. Because I'm telling you right now, for whatever reason, what you're resisting is typically the thing you need to do the most. When something scares the shit out of me and I act on it, most of the time, it was the transformation that I was seeking. So you have to give yourself permission to realize that you're a smart ass bitch. You're a badass. You're not a bitch. You're a badass. You're an intelligent woman who is very capable. And nobody Nobody's going to give you permission, not even me. I can guide you, I can motivate you temporarily, but when you are by yourself and your back is against the corner, you got to make a decision. You have to make a decision. So pivot quick and run towards that fucking fear. All right. Okay, ladies, that's my little kick in the pants for today. I would love to hear from you. So you can text me now. I have a little text message app and I use it with my community. So you can text me at 313-710-5199. 313-710-5199. Let me know what you thought of this episode. What else do you want me to talk about regarding business? What stories do you want to hear? I can tell you horrible stories about my business. I got some funny ones too. Let me know what stories you want to know and I'll tell you. Or send me a DM, which means direct message on Instagram. You can find me at @HeatherChauvin_. And what else? What else? If you are interested in getting mentorship, getting coaching in 2021, head on over to heatherchauvin.com/mastery. You will see all the details there and you can click the button, book your intro call with Sasha. She is my right-hand woman and you will have an intro call with her to see if it's a good fit. And if it's not, we will definitely point you in the right direction. And if it is, then we'll see where it goes. That's heatherchauvin.com/mastery. Either way, I truly believe you can be successful. You can create a sustainable, profitable business that is in alignment with how you want to feel. And no, you do not need to become a coach. You don't need to start a podcast. You don't even need to write a book. You don't need to be me. You can be you. And whatever lights your ass on fire, you don't need to be me. I actually prefer that people don't be me because sometimes it's a little chaotic in my mind. So you be you. But if you are ready to light a fire under your own ass, run towards your fear, learn how to manage your big emotions, and to not allow your primal brain to run the show anymore. I'm telling you, there's so much freedom on the other side. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but you can do this. You're very capable. All right. I look forward to hearing from you. Talk soon.